In this video, some extra behind the scenes footage from the first part of our Roundhouse series.
Okay, that's my first crash. So there's like a good foot missing.
And might the mystery of the sabotage bench be unraveled. With the compilation of folks scheming around at our Roundhouse campsite. Also some sneak previews into the second part of the Roundhouse series from next week on. Enjoy.
You better put that camera down and start supporting out of this, man.
Hey fella.
Smooth Gefixt, ouwe.
Take care about nature.
Folks! 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 Remember that one?
Behind the scenes, no worry.
You want to keep him here?
Jaeger, come. Come Jaeger. You stay here.
We want to make a little house, like one of them old Celtic roundhouses. So like, we're wondering, is it really necessary to dig to the clay in order to get a, like a strong structure? Yeah, but you see it's in the forest, so all we have is shovels and shovels.
Our roundhouse might look to be into the middle of wilderness, but in reality we are surrounded by fields, backroads and spruce plantations. The Irish countryside having one of the lowest forest covers in Europe, of which less than 1% native woodland cover. We are very grateful to be able to make use of this small plot of native woodland with its nice river area. The difficulties we had with Thomas and the sled in the beginning were often described by Dylan as not being able to turn off your car's launch control.
That was me, man. I was pulling the thing. Well, we have major stress now, man. Hey?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Critical?
Yeah, but look, man, this is gonna go under his belly and it's gonna freak him out more. So you need to go ASAP to this thing and unhook it. Thank you. Nice. Lovely.
Preparations for the roundhouse build actually already started last winter with training Thomas, as seen in our Bushcraft vlog earlier this year.
Right, we are all set to go. This is Tom Tom, and Tom Tom is going to be of great help to us in the future.
Good boy.
Back then we were already weeks into the training process. Before the roundhouse project, Thomas had never been trained to pull logs or a donkey cart.
Hello. Yeah, hello.
And also a quite particular mule, not an easy fella.
I didn't tie him up very tight.
No. You're stuck now. Come on.
Good boy. There's it. Stand up. Good boy. Stand up.
Out, Jacob. Get out. Good boy.
Training Thomas was a very difficult and long process, but we are very happy with the great work he is doing now. Good boy, Thomas. As we are surrounded by public forest roads, there's also quite some people entering the roundhouse property, coming by for a little nosy. And thus we hang up our wild cam to see what was going on when we're not around. First of all, some innocent fallow deer and a house cat. But then... Big mystery going on in camp. This guy has been sawn off. It was longer than the bottom one.
It was like this, right?
Yeah, and it's just sawn off there.
So there's like a good foot missing.
This is Boertje, which is Dutch for little farmer dude. He's a kind fella when we meet him on the forest road. But apparently he does like to come by for a little nosy when we're not around.
Huh?
More scheming footage with Boertje coming up. Now what have we here, Dylan?
Crash.
It's definitely a day.
Crash, my first crash. But look, I nearly made it.
It's tight here, man. It must be a bad driver.
Ah, this is the right job. The right man for the job. Nice one. Try pull it a meter.
This is only preparation.
Oh, the warm-up.
Oh. No, can't do it.
Okay, enough said, man. Enough said.
Yeah, but I think we got it stuck somewhere.
Now you're at it. Okay, never mind, man. It's done. It's done. Good boy. Good boy.
We should start a PO box and ask people to send in their carrots.
Good day. Good day.
Boertje is back on his weekly scheming patrol. And then more of you folks scheming around. Hey, what are you scheming around now in our tool shed? Ooh, beautiful. Look at them stones. With some friends, we are happy they're just a bit short to be caught on camera.
Yeah, don't build your house from stone. Unless you have 12 sons. Then you're okay.
Tamme boel, dude. Maybe this helps.
Speak for yourself, man. You call me Tom. And as Tom is your sister.
Didn't je hebt hem van his dingly. Kicked on his dingly.
Grenade! Grenade! Team Bacon. Sabotage.
People watching this video to relax, Dylan. They're not watching it for junkies making child humor in the forest.
Junkies making child humor in the forest.
Yeah.
Man, that's gotta be a compliment. And you have a droplet on the lens.
Smooth Gefixt. Yeah, now we have to film it all again. Dylan.
Everything overdue.
Everything.
All the shots wrecked. Format the SD cards, man.
Have you something to say?
Yeah, man. Thumbs up for Team Bacon.
Yeah, now I'm a bit late, huh?
I'm never too late for Team Bacon.
Yeah, no.
Back to the schemers.
I'd rather not show my face on YouTube.
Why? Are you afraid your terrible life is going to get leaked?
No, I don't want my face on YouTube.
Why?
Because I don't want to.
I remember the first videos I saw them was them building these.
There's a lot of other videos.
I know. 10 seconds, and then he passed out. No, it bounced down and then rolled. Your thing.
Okay.
I didn't watch the video. Stop! If you break this, well, no, don't.
And sometimes we do some scheming ourselves. As a side project, I carved a salad bowl in episode 5 of the Roundhouse series. After my Gefixte carving project, I felt pretty confident in making a bowl. Things turned out a little more difficult than anticipated on, which wasn't shown in the last Roundhouse episode. But hey, follow along and learn from my mistakes. I started off going with a piece of bog oak. Wouldn't it be awesome to eat out of your black wooden bowl? From wood conserved in our bog for this sania. From the start I knew already that this was gonna be a tricky wood choice. And indeed, the bog oak wood turned out to be already too far gone and too cracked. So I went back to the windfall area to get a piece of sycamore from the same tree as I made the Gefixte, as seen in my Make Oneself at Home in the Woods video. I was hungry, wanted a large salad, so needed a large bowl. It turned out though that the hand saws we had weren't really suitable for cutting those bigger diameters. Our buck saw tends to not cut straight enough and jams, and my pocket saw is just a bit too short. Sawed another piece with loads of effort, which turned out to have too many knots. Went back to local, got a piece of willow near camp, a small salad then. Even this time me and my saws weren't the best friends. Anyways, screwed up later by already cutting away too much of the outside and then cracking the willow piece, clamping it tight in my bowl mate. Went back to the shed storage and sawed a piece of ash from the same log as I carved the canoe paddle earlier this year. It wasn't my favorite choice of wood, being already half seasoned and a lot harder. I rolled the edge of my gouge, probably applied too much force on the tool. The next day the log had already cracked, being in this half seasoned state and not carved down to a bowl immediately, so back to scratch. Went with my original plan, a piece of sycamore from the windfall area, and things went smooth, as seen in episode 5. Back to Boertje and the family.
Like up on the presión, luego con una fire there, there. How are they doing? Are you living in a castle there or what?
Huh?
Are you living in a castle? Nice little tower? Already up there.
This time the nature-inspired leaf-shaped patron spoons for the smoothest of all patrons. Okay, enough carving. Yeah, that's real man's work. Roundhouse progress is going slower than hoped for at the moment. Besides it being a lot of work, also lockdown relief in Ireland leads to there being less time available. But at the moment we are a good bit into the roof build and have some episodes ready, so stay tuned for next week Friday when the Roundhouse series continues. From stonecraft to woodcraft. We finish the stone walls of the Roundhouse. We haul logs for the roof with Thomas the Mule and start with the roof build while testing out some new tools.
You better put that camera down and start supporting out of this, man.
This time the nature-inspired leaf-shaped patron spoons for the smoothest of all patrons. Thanks a lot, folks. This one is for Justin O'Grady, Isigo, Kadri Lawrence, Aaron Parator, and Stuart said he'd be grand without one. And also big thanks to all our other dear Patreon supporters. Credits to them here. The flies are mental. Oh man. The kind of quality content we try to make, it takes a lot of time, and I couldn't just do that only as a hobby. We do have some income from the YouTube ads, but to be completely dependent on that, you have to strive for the viral view counts, and that is not always the best and healthy way to create content. So Patreon is a great way of directly supporting our content, and we also try to give our supporters something back over there. And for one-off donations we also have a PayPal link in the description. Thanks a lot, folks. Also on behalf of Dylan, he's back to work now as lockdown is being relieved in Ireland. And see you guys on the next Roundhouse episode. And sorry the Roundhouse series has taken so long to be back again. But next week it's on. And we try our best to bring you a new Roundhouse episode every Friday. Cheers folks!